Thanks for joining in. Let's focus on the auto sector now. The Federation of Automobile Dealers Association just released their report for the month of December, where they spoke about how auto retail sales have surged 21% in December. And across the board, actually, two-wheelers have grown by 28%, three-wheelers by 36%. Passenger vehicles have been quite slow, to be honest, just a 3% growth, and tractors as well, barely growth over there. But the two-wheeler space has grown quite a bit, almost a 30% growth. Manish Singhania, the president at FADA, joins us now to talk about that. Manish, good morning and thanks for joining in. December was a decent month in terms of auto retail sales, but how is the month of January looking so far? There is this Kharmas inauspicious period as well that extends till the 15th of Jan. So demand has been slightly on the slower side. But in general, what are you expecting by the end of the month and as we head into, the first quartile of this calendar year?
So December and overall calendar year ended very well for the auto industry, and we created a lot of new highs and new records for the calendar year. And December has also been quite good. In spite of we entering into Kharmas, please understand that we also have a lot of marriage season starting post Kharmas, and Pongal and Makar Sankranti, such kind of murals are already there in month of January. And normally the last quarter, that is of the financial year, that is the Q4, that ends up pretty well for the auto industry, and it is one of the brightest quarter for the auto industry. So overall, if the supplies are good, and looking at the new model launches that are coming up for the auto industry, both in two-wheeler as well as passenger vehicle space, and the continued excitement of SUV segment, we are looking at a positive growth of single digit across various segments. And I think PV as well as two-wheeler will continue to perform well in the last quarter of this financial year.
Actually, after a very long time, we heard a lot of positive commentary coming from the two-wheeler guys, especially, makers like Bajaj Auto that said that now things are improving quite a bit on the domestic front in the 125cc plus segment. But now also the lower end of the market is starting to recover. What are the big trends that you're noticing within two-wheelers? And do you think this 30% growth we've seen in December is something that can be replicated in Jan and Feb?
So till August, two-wheeler industry had been struggling, dealers had been struggling. We were not able to kind of, get the requisite retail. In fact, we are degrowing, and the primary contribution was from the rural market. Rural was not doing well, kind of, and it was lagging behind. And 70% of the two-wheeler sales come from the rural market because predominantly two-wheeler retails is dominated by bike segment. But post September onwards, we are seeing a positive trend and things have changed. In the festival times, customers have really come out and bought vehicles. And I think because of good crop output, also it has contributed in rural fund flow. And I think overall optimism in overall economic development plus the government spend, this has all contributed towards positive outlook in rural segment. Looking at the current stock level with the available with the two-wheeler dealers, and while getting an estimate from them, they are very positive about the January onwards months. And in fact, there is a shortage of available models at the two-wheeler dealerships. So I think last quarter for two-wheeler dealerships, and looking at the new model launches and the realization of their crop output and increased MSP, all this would definitely contribute towards double-digit growth in two-wheeler segment.
Okay, double-digit growth in two-wheeler segment. But the problem pocket really is the passenger vehicle space, right? There was a sharp correction in the dispatches in the month of December. There is an indication of a moderation in demand in the passenger vehicle space. Why do you think that is? Inventory levels are also quite high. And do you expect this sluggishness in PVs to continue in Jan and Feb?
So the biggest disturbing point about total auto retail space is the paid-up inventory available at the dealerships. So we just calculated, from January to January 22 to December 23. If you just, take the total wholesales and minus the total retails, the total stock level of top 5 manufacturers, OEMs, PV OEMs, stands at 5.65 lakh vehicles. So that's pretty high. So that assuming that we can comfortably say overall stock level available across dealerships would be around 6.57 lakh vehicles. So that's almost close to 2 months build up stock. So that's the biggest worrying point. I think OEM really need to correct their wholesale figures. They need to further lower down their wholesales to come at a comfortable stock level for the dealerships so that they can be profitable and they can be comfortable with the market trends. Just piling up stocks at the dealership is not the solution. And we need right models, what customer exactly is demanding, that should be available at the dealership so we can comfortably retail it to the right consumer.
Just wanted your thoughts also on tractors finally before we let you go, because the one standout trend now is that the crop harvest has been delayed, and even the rabi sowing has been on the lower side, so that has hit the farm segment quite a bit. Do you think this tractor space, which has undergone a slowdown in the last couple of months, do you think it will continue to struggle in the months to come?
So I think tractor was already on a very high platform. We saw phenomenal retail in tractor segment, and now tractor retails are not only being contributed towards from the agriculture or farmer segment. It has also, come as a means of employment for the rural youth. And when people migrated back to their hometowns during COVID, it has comes as a means of transportation, whether it is ferrying people or bricks or sand or whatever. I think this segment still holds tremendous potential in spite of reaching a new high, new peak. Because it is exploring other segments, other strata of opportunities and businesses where tractors can be used.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Manish, thanks a lot for stopping by and speaking to CNBC TV18. That's the president of FADA. But